streets of David's town in the middle of the night. So he held her and he prayed. Shafts of moonlight on his face. For the baby in her womb, he was the maker of the moon. He was the author of the faith that could make the mountains move. Was a labor of faith, was a cold sky above. But for the girl in the ground in the dark, with every beat of her beautiful heart, was a labor of love. For little Mary, full of grace, with the tears upon her face, it was a labor of love. La 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 It was not a silent night on the streets of David's town.
The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. They lied, they stole, they smoked cigars, even the girls. And they cussed their teachers and talked dirty, and they even took the name of the Lord in vain. And they even set fire to Fred Shoemaker's wooden tool house.
And that's not all. Someone sent the firemen 5 dozen donuts, and the Herdmans stole them all. And when they couldn't eat, they stuffed down the front of their shirts and down their pockets. And they wrote this really, really dirty word on the back of Naomi's favorite turtle. So now she can't take it to the YMCA pet show because her mom won't let her. What was the word? And that's not all. They did it with fluorescent paint, so it glows in the dark. Wherever you can't see the turtle, you can still see the word. And they even put tadpoles in the school's drinking fountain, and Miss Barnes accidentally swallowed some. Someone yelled out, "Mildred, watch out! You're drinking tadpoles!" But it was too late. Did she get sick? No, not right away.
And that's not all. Now I'm going to tell you about the Christmas pageant and what they did to that. Well, there were 6 of them. Ralph, Imogene, Leroy, Claude, Ollie, and Gladys. And they went through the Woodrow Wilson School like those South African fish that strip your bones clean. And they went around town doing the same things, stealing things, tearing things up, whamming little kids. Oh my, it was hard to stay away from them. There was only one safe place, which was church.
Sweet hour prayer, because there's no Herdmans there. And Jesus loves us, as they say, because he keeps them miles away.
That's my little brother Charlie. That is what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what his favorite thing about church was. And he said, "No Herdmans." Now that made the teacher mad, because all the other kids said nice and good feelings about God and Jesus. But old Charlie here told the real truth. No Herdmans.
I don't care what everybody else says. That's what they really thought. I mean, all the other stuff is okay. But the main good thing about church is that the Herdmans aren't there ever.
That is not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Well, it's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was covered with black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is he the worst one, Leroy?
They're all the worst ones.
Well, Ralph's the biggest, so if Ralph gets you,
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's mean, she's fast, and she bites.
You know, I'm sorry I asked. You guys just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Why?
No arguments this year about the Christmas pageant.
I don't want to be a shepherd.
Well, ask Mrs. Armstrong if you can be a wise man.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
the
What?
sheets.
Hold on, wait a minute. You don't want to be in it? You don't want to be in the Christmas pageant at all? Think how I would feel sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own children were in the Christmas pageant. Why, I mean, think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Well, I didn't plan on going this year. You know how crowded it always is. They can use my seat. I'll just stay home, go to my bathrobe, and relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant.
Well, there's going to be something different this year.
What?
Charlie's going to wear your bathrobe.
You just thought that out of praise.
So Harvey, why don't you be Joseph? I bet Elmer Hopkins will pay you $1 to be Joseph. Dad, Elmer Hopkins is sick of being Joseph all the time. Just because his father's the minister, nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
Well, what are you going to do, Beth?
I'm in the angel choir.
Why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
That is not a serious drawback. The way in the manger always sounds like a closet full of mice to me.
So what do you wear in the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Bathrobe and bed sheets? Oh boy, some choice. Come on, let's go watch TV.
Now, you kids know that Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to make the Christmas pageant a lovely experience for everyone.
Oh, Mom, you know Mrs. Armstrong just likes to run things.
Well, they're right, of course. You know, Ellen Armstrong, she runs the Christmas pageant. She's chairman of the bazaar. She even runs the potluck. Why, I think Armstrong, she would preach the sermon if anyone would let her.
That's not George Armstrong's wife, is it?
Yes.
Well, she may manage the hospital because that's where she is. I ran into George at Walmart and he said his wife had broke leg this morning. She's going to be attraction for 2 weeks and laid up till the first of the year.
The first of the year? Well, they'll have to cancel Christmas.
Oh, she's in charge of Christmas?
Well, just about. I mean, she runs the pageant. She runs the garage sale. Well, I feel sorry for Ellen, but who's going to do all these things?
Yes, I'll do the bazaar, Edna, if you'll do the potluck supper. But I don't know who's gonna do the Christmas pageant, unless, what about Grace?
I just can't, Edna. I have company all Christmas week. What about Grace?
Oh, I don't know. I have all the kids and they haven't been feeling that great. What about Grace?
Hello, Grace.
Yeah, what?
I have to run the Christmas pageant.
Wait, does that mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant isn't what you'd call 4-star entertainment. With Mrs. Armstrong breaking her leg, was the only unexpected thing that could ever happen to it. You know, it's always the same old Mary and Joseph, the same old Christmas carols, and the same old story. I mean, and that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Hello, Grace. Let me tell you, this is what I always do. I always try to give everybody a chance, but I do start off with Mary, and I tell her we're going to choose our Mary very carefully, because after all, she is the mother of Jesus. Yes, and then Grace, I go with Joseph, and I tell him that Joseph was God's choice for him to be Jesus' father. But you know what? I never spend that much time on Joseph because it's always Elmer Hopkins. He knows all about Mary and Joseph.
No, Miss Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk if she's in traction?
What do you think traction is?
Can we put you to sleep?
No such luck, Charlie. Beth really needs salt and pepper. Oh, and napkins.
But I do tell them about the wise men and the shepherds and how important they are. And I tell them there are no small parts, only small actors. Oh, and Grace, please remind Aunt Clara not to stare at the audience. And don't let them wear those big old clunky shoes and high heels. And oh gosh, I'm just so scared you're going to have too many baby angels. If you do, that's going to be your worst nightmare.
I hope you're going to leave some of those for the rest of us, Charlie.
I'm hungry. You already heard me until my lunch today.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
I play soccer. Where's the chicken?
Grace, where is the chicken?
It's in the kitchen. And you'll have to get someone to push the baby angels out on the stage. Because if you don't, we're going to bend on each other's wings and trip over each other. You know what? Bob could do that. That way he could keep an eye on the shepherds and the wise men. Oh, and another thing about the angel choir. Tell them not to wear lipstick. They think because it's a play that they have to wear lipstick. And it looks terrible. Oh, Ellen, I have to go. There's someone at the door. Okay, I'll talk to you later, Helen. Yes, I'm coming. Hold on. 1 second. Wait. Yes. Oh. For heaven's sake, it's you.
Lady, can you give me some food? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days. It's getting very lonely at my dinner table.
Well, I got Ellen Armstrong for Lily at the hospital.
Huh. Not as long as telephones are working.
I bet she told you no small parts, only small actors.
Yes.
Yeah, and getting someone to shove the baby angels along and making the shepherds shut up.
Yes, she recommended your father.
Wait, does that mean I have to go?
And Grace, choose your baby Jesus very carefully. Don't give it one. You know what? Why don't you get two? That way you can switch them.
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She says since Mrs. Armstrong was stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but think up problems, when really there weren't going to be any problems at all.
Hey, Leroy. Give me back my lunch.
I sure can too.
You stole my dessert again.
How do you know?
Because it's not here.
What was it?
2 Twinkies.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Hey, Leroy, you think it's so rude to steal my dessert? And you know what? I don't care if you steal my dessert every day. I'll even give you my dessert. I get all kinds I want in Sunday school.
Oh, yeah? What kind of desserts?
All kinds. Snickers, chocolate cake,
You're a liar.
and Hershey's, and Big Wheels.
Who gives it to you?
The minister.
Why, is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich.
Sunday school, huh?
That was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. But sure enough, that very next Sunday, they were there in Sunday school, just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's a pageant? It's a play, like on TV. What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is. Well, actually, it's about Mary.
Well, mostly it's about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
Not this year.
All right, guys, come on in. Beth, Charlie, Alice, you guys come on in. Let's grab a seat. All right, we're getting so excited, getting ready for our Christmas pageants. Now, come on in, guys. Come on in, have a seat. Come on, move along real quickly. There you go. Come on, you guys. All right. So now, today we are going to decide who will be our main characters for our Christmas play. But of course, everyone is important. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always says, there are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what Mrs. Armstrong always says?
That's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Well, don't you know what it means?
I know what it means. It means that the short kids have to be in the front row of the Asian part, or else they'll be competing.
Well, not exactly. It means that the littlest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anybody is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important.
I still think it means that the short kids have to be in the front row.
Girls, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. Beverly, would you do me a favor and go out into the hallway and see if anyone else is coming in for rehearsal? Thank you. All right. Now, you little children, you're going to need bed sheets because you're going to be in our angel choir. And you other children, you're going to be our angels. So, and if you have any extra bathrobes, what's going on here, you guys? Hey, hold up. All right, well, I see the Herdmans. The Herdmans are here. I see that. Okay, so, well, welcome, Herdmans. Now, what happened to Beverly?
I think she got sick.
Well, did she say she was sick?
She just left. All I did was say, "Hi, Beverly," and she just left.
All right. Well, will somebody please tell Beverly for the next 4 Wednesdays after school, plan to be here for rehearsal for everyone.
Well, what if we get sick?
Well, you won't get sick, Elmer. And Mary and Joseph, they need to absolutely be here for every practice.
Well, what if they get sick?
Well, they won't get sick either, Elmer.
Well, Beverly got sick and we haven't even started yet.
Well, we don't know for certain that Beverly got sick. So let's just all think about Mary. And we all know what kind of person Mary was. She was kind and gentle and quiet. And the girl who plays her part needs to be that type of girl. Now, who would like to volunteer to be Mary? Yes, do you have a question?
No, I'd like to be Mary, and Ralph over here wants to be Joseph.
Yeah, right.
Oh. All right, well, we'll just, I know. We will just make a list of volunteers and we will decide later on who they should be. So we will put down Ralph, Herdman. Now, who else would like to be Joseph? Just go ahead and raise your hand. Elmer, do you want to be Joseph? Elmer, you sure? Well, just raise your hands, boys and girls. Any volunteers? Any shepherds? Anyone want to be a shepherd? No. Alrighty, so, okay, so, it looks like, Ralph Herman will be our Joseph.
What?
Okay, now, alright, here we go. Imogene has gracefully volunteered to be Mary, so I'll just write her name down. Now, who else would like to be Mary? I can write your name on the list as well. Come on, Janet. Roberta. Alice, don't you want to be married?
No, I don't want to be married.
I'll be married! Shut up, Gladys! I'm already married. You'll be a wife man.
Well, wise men are usually boys, but of course, you know, they don't have to be. So, let's see. So it looks like,
I'll be a wise man.
oh, okay.
Me too. Claude, let's be wise men.
What's a wise man?
Just raise your hand!
What's left to be? Some angel. I'll be that. What is it?
Well, it's the angel of the Lord who brings the good news to the shepherds. Oh, look, I see we do have some volunteers. Yes, Hobie. Would you like to be a wise man?
I can't be a wise man. I'm going to Philadelphia.
Well, why didn't you tell me before?
I just remembered.
My mother said I can't be an angel.
Why not?
I don't know. She just said don't be an angel.
And I am not going to be a shepherd.
Yes, you are. You will be a shepherd. Sit on down right there. Don't be a shepherd. Okay.
And I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Oh, Elmer. Well, Gladys isn't going to hit anyone. She's the angel of the Lord, and she just brings the good news to the shepherds.
And hits them.
Oh, Elmer, she's not going to hit anyone. That's ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to hear another word about it. No shepherds may quit or get sick, okay? Now, that's all for today, boys and girls. But I expect to see all of you back here Wednesday at 6:30, okay? So we'll see you guys then. Okay. Oh, Alice. Why didn't you raise your hand? Don't you want to be married? Oh, Alice, I expected you to volunteer for that role. What's the matter with you?
Miss Bradley, get Gladys off of me.
Volunteer, Alice. Okay, yeah, I'm coming. Okay.
Oh, come on, Alice. I don't know.
I didn't dare raise my hand. Imogene would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be Mary in this play, and if you raise your hand or volunteer, you're going to wish you didn't. And I said, well, I'm always Mary in the play. And then she said, go ahead. Then next spring, when all the pussy willows come out, I'm going to stick a pussy willow so hard down your ear that no one can get it out. And then I'll have a pussy willow bush growing in my ear for the rest of my life.
You know she wouldn't do that.
She would too. The Herdmans will do anything. You just watch. They're going to ruin the whole play, and it's all going to be your mother's fault.
Alice, don't bring my mother into this.
Hello, friend. Have you heard about the... Grace must be in fault somehow. How could the six of them ever end up in a Christmas pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Dear Irma Slocum, I just heard that Imogene Herdman is going to be Mary in the Christmas pageant. And is that fact? All six of them? Oh, my stars. I tell you what, Vera, I live next door to that outfit. And I would just as soon live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
What? How in the world did that happen? Imogene Herdman? What kind of child is that to be married to better Jesus? Where was Reverend Hawkins? I'd like to know. He was what? Visiting the shut-ins? Well, I'm a shut-in and he wasn't visiting me.
let them pass out programs at the door. But Grace said, we never have programs for the pageant. And I said,
better nail down the church and put up the silver service. Oh, and hide the collection plates before those kids clean them out.
What is the matter with Grace? Couldn't you send him away? Time to go home? I feel so responsible. If only I knew none of this would ever happen in this land. Oh!
What did you hear? What did you actually talk? And she said, what? Are you sure you feel right now?
Grace.
Come on.
Grace.
I cannot believe that. I thought we were... Oh.
Grace.
Well,
The car is over.
well. Oh! If I hadn't been laid out, this never would have happened. Well, let me tell you.
Don't tell me, Grace. I'm on your side. The car's over there.
Ellen Armstrong's the only woman alive who was in a Christmas pageant, and I've made up my mind. I'm going to do the best I can under the circumstances, and I'm going to do it with the virgin. After all, they're the only ones who raise their hands, and I don't care.
Good for you, Grace. The car is over there.
You're going to help.
Does that mean...
You have to go.
All right, kids, you guys come on in. Let's go ahead. We're here at our second practice. Come on in, hurry, come on, quick. Time to sort away. Come on in, grab a seat. All right, now, the end is going to be back here, and then the shepherds come in and they gather around the manger, which will be here, okay?
Where are the shepherds come from anyway? What's an inn?
It's like a motel. People go to pay their taxes.
What people? Jesus?
Honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph went there.
Why?
To pay their taxes.
At a motel?
Oh, just shut up, Ollie! Everybody, just shut up. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning of the play.
Well, Imogene, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Haven't you ever heard the Christmas story from the Bible?
No.
Well, that's what this pageant's all about, so I'd better read it to you.
I don't believe that. Do you? That they've never heard of the Christmas stories?
Well, why not? I mean, they never even read a Bible, and they've never even been to church until your dumb brother told them we got refreshments. Now we have to waste all this time for nothing.
Thanks a lot, Charlie.
All right, so here we go. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph, he went up from Galilee with his wife, who was great with child.
Pregnant! She was pregnant!
All right, now that's enough. We all know that Mary was pregnant. And it came to pass that while they were there, that her days were accomplished, and that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son.
I don't think it was very nice to say that Mary was pregnant.
Well, she was.
I don't care. I don't think your mother should say that Mary was pregnant. It's better to say, great with child. I'm not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
Okay, so, and then he wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
They didn't have any room for Jesus.
Well, we knew the baby was going to be Jesus.
Well, what was the matter with them? What was the matter with Joseph? Her being pregnant and everything.
What's a manger? Some kind of bed?
Well, they didn't have a bed in the barn, so they had to use something else. You know, what would you do if you had a new baby and no bed to put the baby in?
We put Gladys in the dresser.
Okay, so well, there you are. You didn't have a bed, so you used something else.
We had a bed, only I was still in it. He didn't really like Gladys.
smart of Ollie not to like Gladys right off the bat.
Yeah. Anyways, a manger is a large wooden feeding trough for baby animals.
What were the wadded up clothes?
The what?
You said they tied them up in wadded up clothes.
Oh, no. They were swaddling clothes. See, people used to wrap babies up in large pieces of material really tightly so they feel cozy.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a big box? Where was the child welfare?
The child welfare is at our house every 5 moments.
There was no child welfare in Bethlehem. I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds, and they were keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord appeared to them. And the angel of the Lord appeared to them. It was so beautiful. What are you talking about?
Out of the black night with a horrible vengeance, the mighty Marvel!
Liza, I don't know what you're talking about.
The mighty Marvel amazing comes out of the black night with a horrible vengeance.
What? No, you're the angel of the Lord, and you just tell them that Jesus is born.
Out of nowhere, right? Out of the black night, right?
Well, sort of.
Shazam!
All right. Thank you. So, okay. Lord. Okay. Oh, and now, when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, and they were bearing gifts of gold and frankincense.
What's that?
And myrrh.
What's that?
Well, they were special things, precious oils and spices.
Oil. What kind of present is oil? We get better presents from welfare.
Were they the welfare? The wise men?
Well, no, they were kings and they were sent by...
Well, it's about time somebody important showed up. If they're kings, they can get the baby out of the barn and tell the innkeeper where to get off.
Well,
Who's Herod in this play?
well, they were sent by Herod. He was the main king. And there is no Herod in this play. So, there's
Not
no...
to kill the baby. He's not in the play.
No, Herod isn't in this play.
Well, somebody better be Herod.
You.
Yes, you move. What?
Hold on.
Be Herod. He told them, go get me that baby. And they
No,
did because he could take it off.
But let's go back and say, let's go get Caleb Herod.
I'm not going to be Herod.
Herod isn't in this play!
Just be wise men are right now.
What's your plan? No, it's going to be me and I'll make him! There is no Herod!
And run away with it.
No, it's not.
Somebody ought to fix the innkeeper. Gladys, you take out the innkeeper.
Well, I wouldn't just hang around out in the barn. I will get a room.
Cedric wasn't even in your room.
Well, then I'd kick somebody out. I'd say, it's the middle of winter. I have this baby. So either get out or leave.
I'd go after old Herod.
Turn him into a pile of ash.
What's the name of the play? Because you never said.
Here's that.
That's not the name of the play. That's what it is, moron.
Revenge at Bethlehem. The Herdmans thought the story came right out of the FBI files. Well, at least they picked out the right villain. It was Herod they wanted to gang up on, and not the baby Jesus. But the baby Jesus quit the pageant anyway. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum, but Mrs. Slocum said she didn't want Imogene Herman getting her hands on him. So we didn't have a baby, and that bothered my mother. She was trying to scratch up a baby, even at the last rehearsal. Hey, Alex, what did you keep writing in that book?
It's
not. It's all about the Herdmans. Imogen curses and swears all the time. Ralph talks about sexy things. Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys drinks communion wine. Alice, it isn't wine, it's grape juice.
I don't care. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. And they steal too. If you shake the birthday bank, it doesn't make a sound because they stole all the pennies out of it. And when you go into the ladies' restroom, the air is all blue with smoke. And you have Imogen Herdman sitting there in Mary's costume, smoking a cigar.
Alice, you wrote all this down? What for?
Well, for my mother, Reverend Hawkins, the Ladies' Aid Society, and anybody else who wants to know what happens when the pageant is all ruined and it's all your mother's fault.
Alrighty. Beth and Alice, can you guys please come up here? I want you to take the angels, okay? You guys come on in, everyone. We've got one of our come on in, guys. Have a seat. This is one of our last rehearsals here. So let's go ahead and everyone just settle down. Perfect. Great. All right. Okay. Good. Let's have a seat. Good. Oh, Ellen. We're in the middle of our dress rehearsal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, this is our dress rehearsal.
Miss Bradley.
I know you can't tell yet. 1 second, dear. Hold on. Let me talk to Mrs. McCarthy. Oh, Edna, didn't I hear that your niece had a new baby a month or so ago? I believe a baby girl.
Oh, yes, and she is 5 weeks old.
Oh. Well, I was wondering if maybe I could give her a call and maybe we could borrow the baby for them.
No. I can make up a lie and tell you that she's sick or pregnant. But she is perfectly healthy, happy, and beautiful, and we want her to stay that way. And we certainly are not handing her over to Imogen Herdman.
Miss Bradley.
Great. Yes, dear. I'll come in. Yes.
You can use my little brother for baby Jesus.
Oh, I didn't know you had a new baby brother.
Well, technically he's not new. He's 4 years old, but he's double jointed and you can probably scratch him.
I don't think we could. That's okay.
I'll get us the baby.
Oh, Imogen, how can you do that?
Well, there's always like 2 or 3 babies outside the supermarket, and the moms usually leave them in their carriages, so I can just take one of them.
Oh, forget about you using a baby. We'll just use a doll. That's okay.
Yeah, I guess a doll can't fight me.
Right. Okay. Oh, and Imogen, you know Mary didn't wear earrings.
No, I have to wear these. If I take them out, my ears will grow together.
Well, they won't grow together in an hour and a half. What did the doctor tell you?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Gladys. Duh.
I bet she did it with an ice pick. Her ears probably turn black and fall off.
Oh, that's okay, honey. We'll find something smaller for you to wear. Now, is that your costume? You're all supposed to have your costumes on today. Is that what you're going to wear?
I can't find my halo.
My wings got all bent. Janet's got my robe.
I can't find any sheets. So do you mind if I wear one with balloons on it?
Well,
I haven't got a costume yet. I was never a shepherd before.
You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do.
He doesn't have one.
What does he hang around the house in?
His underwear.
Underwear.
Oh, no. Well, just pretend you're wearing your costumes, okay? We'll just start with that.
Do we have to go through the whole thing?
Well, yes, of course. But first, we're just going to start with the entrance, okay? So everyone, go to where you belong, and we'll start with that, okay? Go ahead, go to your places, guys. Perfect, okay. You know, you guys all set, about ready? All right, so here we go. Next, you just read the last few lines, please.
Shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night.
Okay, there we go. Music. And shepherds.
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
Okay, and angel of the Lord. Music. And angels.
Shepherds and a multitude of heavenly hosts.
Good. Angels, come on out. Good job. Go on, Maxine.
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
Okay. And good.
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
No, unto the Lord, what's happening, not yet. Music. Wise men. Come on now, wise men. A little slow there, wise men.
Here. Don't touch him.
No, wait, no. Mary doesn't say anything. No! Nobody says anything. No, wait a minute. Mary! Joseph! Just sit here and make a lovely picture while we think about Christmas and what it means. Now put the book there.
Why wouldn't Mary name her own baby? I wouldn't give Bill for heaven's sake.
What a terrible thing to say.
What angel was that? Why is there angels everywhere?
No, the angel of the Lord just brings the good news to the shepherds.
Yeah, unto you a child is born. Unto me, not them, me. What does the angel have to do with this? Just go up to me and say, name him Jesus.
Yes.
I know what the angel said. The angel said, and he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
What? People had never gone out of first grade if he had to write all that down.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, no, just give me 5 minutes, Maxine. 5 minutes. Everyone. Oh my goodness.
We never went through the whole thing. We never did go through the whole thing, and we never did start over. The 5 minutes actually turned into 15 minutes, and Imogene Herdman spent the whole time smoking cigars in the ladies' room. And then Mrs. Clausen went to the ladies' room and saw smoke, and she called the fire department, and they came right away. There's a fire! They cleared everybody out of the building and dragged a fire hose through the church looking for a fire to put out. But the only fire they found was in the kitchen. All the applesauce cakes had burned up. And all the ladies were mad about that. And my mother was mad. And Mrs. McCarthy was mad.
I cannot believe you called the fire department over a little smoke.
It was a lot of smoke.
Oh.
The ladies' room was full of big smoke.
It couldn't have been. You just got excited. And now look. There are firemen all over the church. The baby angels are crying in the street. Oh, and the shepherds are climbing all over the fire truck. Oh, and half the neighborhood. Didn't you know it was cigar smoke?
No, I didn't know it was cigar smoke. I don't expect to find cigar smoke in the ladies' room at church.
Alice Windlecamp's mother was mad, and the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad. And Reverend Hopkins said he didn't know what to think.
Oh, Reverend.
I've been on the telephone all head or tails of it. Some people say they set fire to the ladies' room. Some people said they set fire to the kitchen. Vera Wenderlich says all they do is talk about sex and underwear.
That was Hobie Clark who was talking about underwear, and they didn't set fire to anything. The only fire was in the kitchen with the applesauce cake burnt up.
Well, the whole church is in an uproar. I don't know. Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." But I'm not sure that he meant the herdmans. Grace, shouldn't we just cancel the pageant?
That sounds like Ellen Armstrong's idea.
Well, we could blame it on the fire. Makes a good excuse.
No, see, that sounds like Andy McCarthy's idea.
Well, I'm afraid it's just going to be a
disaster? Yeah. Well, you're wrong. This is going to be the best Christmas pageant we ever had. I just know it.
But Grace, no one's going to come to see it.
I didn't think so either, and neither did Charlie. But we were wrong. On Christmas Eve, the church was jammed full. Everybody came to see what the Herdmans would do.
Well, there you go. The lights are coming on. Now watch your step. Be real careful here. Okay, good. Watch your step. Okay, good. All right.
I don't know what you plan to do with this thing.
Well, oh boy. I thought it would look like a palm tree, but I see now that it really doesn't look like a palm tree at all. Oh. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We've never once gone through the whole program. The Herdmans still think it's some sort of a spy story, and I think it's going to be the first Christmas pageant in history where Joseph and the wise men get in a fight, and Mary's going to run away with the baby. Oh, I just don't know. Where are the kids?
Every kid in the county is down in the basement crying on bed sheets.
No, I meant our kids.
We're here.
Well, you better hurry up and go get your costumes on.
You know, it is going to be a disaster. I mean, they look like trick or treat, all pinned and fastened together, wearing their old moldy old sneakers. And I mean, Mary and Joseph, come on, they look like refugees or something.
Well, you know, that's what they were. Mary and Joseph. They were refugees in a way. They were a long way from home. They didn't have any place to stay. Didn't know anyone. They're probably cold and hungry and tired and messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry, but they sure are messy.
Oh, do you think I should?
You know, Grace, I think you worry too much. Now, I'm pushing baby angels on stage. I'm giving the shepherds their crooks,
Right.
and I'm pushing them on stage.
Yes.
When do I do all this?
Oh, wait, here I have it. Just follow this.
Baby angels, shepherds, wise men. Okay. You know, I don't see in here where it says the fire engine's coming. Just kidding, Chris.
All right, can all your kids just come out here? So let me just take a look at you. Let me just see how you guys look. Let's see. We're, yeah. You guys are looking okay. Gladys, where's your head though?
Very good. Listen, I think I have to say something rather than the baby was born. Why would the shepherds tear like that for some baby they don't
wants Jesus.
And I ought to tell.
No, the only thing you say is, unto you a child is born, okay? And that's all you tell them, okay? So, all right, boys and girls, now, you guys can go backstage, but please try to be very quiet as people are coming in, okay? And good luck.
Mrs. Bradley, actors don't say good luck. They say break a leg.
Oh, but yeah, I don't think under the circumstances that we should. You guys, for those of you who know how much it's a theatrical thing, and you don't break your leg or anybody else's. Now come on and go backstage. You don't really break a leg. Oh, wait, and I'm not. But I'm for tonight. Try to remember that this is a baby. And tonight is good.
baby child, and while they were there, she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
They've come a long way, and now they have no place to go, and they have to have the new baby to worry about.
Who? Ralph and Imogene?
No, Mary and Joseph.
In that region, there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. Suddenly there was a multitude of heavenly hosts singing, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among men." When Jesus was born, there came wise men from the far east to worship him, bringing gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh.
We begin
It's a ham.
A ham? I bet they stole it.
No, I think it's the ham from their welfare basket.
So, you mean it's their own? Well, they must really not like ham.
Well, I mean, even if they hate ham, Alice, it's the only thing that they've ever given away in their whole life.
Being warned in a dream that they should not return to their own country, the wise men departed. The shepherds also departed, praising God for all that they had seen and heard. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart.
It did seem real, as if it might have just happened, just that way. We all thought the Christmas pageant was about a new baby and his mother and father who were in a whole lot of trouble, with no money, no place to go, no doctor, and nobody they knew. And then arriving from the east like my uncle from New Jersey, some rich friends. But because of the Herdmans, it was a whole new story. Imogene burping the baby and bringing such a sensible present, and the wise men bringing such a sensible present. I mean, you can't eat frankincense after all. But I guess it wasn't like that for Imogene. For her, the Christmas pageant turned out to be all wonder and mystery, as if she had just caught on to what Christmas was really about. pageant, we had a party down in the basement, and you know, the Herdmans didn't stay. You know, they didn't take any hot cocoa, and they didn't run off with all the candy canes. And
well, you know, that's about it. Did you kids left downstairs?
No, I think they've all gone home. I know you're wearing your backpack, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna wear that, are you?
Why not? Somebody might think I was a shepherd. I wouldn't mind being mistaken for a shepherd in this Christmas pageant.
Yes, you would. Some lady came up and hugged me because I was a shepherd. Should I bring this ham?
Well, that's the Herdman's ham. That's the ham from their welfare basket. Leroy gave it as a gift, and he said, you don't take that gift, so...
Leroy said that? They must hate ham.
you and Alice Middleton.
What about the lights?
Oh, they're on the timer. They'll go off all by themselves at midnight.
Hey, you know, that's not very far off. It's almost Christmas.
Oh, my goodness. It's almost Christmas, kids.
It's almost Christmas, Charlie.
Well, I want to say a big thank you to all of you. What a wonderful performance. You ministered to our hearts amazingly tonight. Let's give them another big hand. Thank you all. I am going to let you sit down for just a moment, and I just had a few thoughts as I was watching them and watched them earlier this morning. I don't think much needs to be added to this message. It really was a really clear message for us this morning and this evening, and what an amazing group of actors and kids and singers, and I'm just really, really touched by this. And it struck me here, I'm going to do something spontaneous. Chris, Jeffries, if you hear me, Chris, I'd like to come over here with Nessia in a moment. I just want to say a few words about that. This morning I was joking with my